Hello and welcome to the Black Mind Games podcast, the only podcast with VTubers and other horrible shit. Joining me this week is Josh.
I exist.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Also joining my name is Jeff, and also joining me this week is Ben, who we've had on multiple times in the past week.
Yep, because you'd have nobody else.
Well, that's true.
You also threw me and Josh to the wolves yesterday while you were out watching Top Gun.
Yeah.
Last
Although
episode.
funny enough,
Yeah,
I think that when we're just talking and stuff, I thought it was a better podcast than most podcasts.
Hey,
Probably.
fuck you! Top Gun was great. More people need to go see that Top Gun.
Also, more people need to go watch last episode so they can find out how much of a furry Jeff is.
Fuck you. That's not true. I dispute the statement. For the record.
I don't even think Josh is going to argue it at this point. He's just like, yeah, fuck it. If it can say yes, I'll fuck it. That's basically what it boiled down to.
And Swiss is here because everyone
moral-
keeps passing that.
If it's a moral age and it can it can say yes or no, and it understands my human speech, then hey, we could do it.
Okay, we also got another great guy, and unlike what Ben said, I could get somebody else.
Oh, that hurts. Oh, that hurts so much.
And his name is Swiss, and he tried to sell a 3080 Ti on this server.
Oh, God.
Hi, Swiss. Let's start with that.
Okay, so well over 10 months ago, I was starting to spec out building a computer, and I had put a 3080 Asus Strix in white on reserve at Memory Express. I got a call yesterday at 11 a.m. telling me, hey, this card you put on hold, guess what? It arrived. Do you want it? And here I am, having built a computer 6 months ago where I got my hands on a 3080 Ti, and I got the extended warranty on it through Memory Express. So, not a cheap card.
Yeah.
Not a cheap card at all. And of course, I ask, hey, does anyone want to buy this graphics card? And I get a message saying, how much? And then I get a message responding to that answer with, this is a link. And I go to it, and a fucking 3080 Ti is maybe $1,200 right now, which is the same price as a 3080. And it hurt me. It hurt me very much.
I bullied a man. I bullied a man so hard.
It hurt.
It wasn't my intention.
What I ended up doing, I called them back. I'm like, hey, cancel my hold on this card. As much as I'd love it to finish the aesthetic of my build because it would look fucking sick with all the unicorn barf, I can't do this. And I told them to pass it on to the next poor soul who's been waiting a year and a half for a graphics card.
Can't be me.
It could be you, but I doubt you wanted a 3080 Strix in white.
Well, no, I just bought a pre-built with a decent card in it.
That you're gonna scrap everything except for the graphics card?
No, because because the pre-built's still twice as good as my old computer, so I just kept it and didn't bother doing anything. Yeah, my old computer was like a i5 37, not even the K.
Oh my lord, dude.
And I had a 1050 Ti.
Okay.
So.
Hell, you should have sold that graphics card to Adrian.
Oh, I still have it. I just did a little.
No, we're not selling things. We don't sell things to people.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Why? What's wrong with selling things?
You're gonna donate it to him for a small charitable fee.
No, you know what you do is since you have the card and you have all the cards, you do the smart thing. You look at him and you go, I will sell this to you. It will cost you one small nuke.
Well, unfortunately, it's in use, so I'm not able to donate and or sell it.
That's unfortunate.
I just Frankenstein my computer constantly, and now it's just really old.
Yeah, Josh.
really old.
Josh needs to build a new one.
Yeah,
he refuses to list. Well, you make enough money now where you could, unlike me, where.
Yeah, I just have to actively save money and not ruthlessly throw money at dumb bullshit. I gotta,
well, we do
an adult and save money.
Like having people summon me to a podcast 30 seconds before everyone joins the chat.
Yeah, it was my fault.
He does it to me too, so don't worry about it.
It's okay. I've been going through some fun things. Owning a house. Oh, being a homeowner is great. No, it's not.
Welcome to the joys of adulting.
Adulthood? Nah, I'm adult. I'm an adult.
Adulting's so hard.
Why would anyone want to? What does that word even mean?
It kind of refers to you have responsibilities and you have to actually manage those responsibilities and not necessarily put it on the other person in your life who's gonna do it because you don't know how.
It's dealing with the dumb bullshit in life is what it is.
That too.
Okay. Adulting via the Urban Dictionary. To carry out one or more of the duties and responsibilities expected of a fully developed individual. Paying off credit card debt, settling a beef without blasting social media, etc. Exclusively used with those who adult less than 50% of the time. Oh my god. Oh god, that is painfully accurate.
Yep.
I mean, that is a true statement.
I'm trying to think if I have to. Oh yeah, now I remember. There's some instances I had of like, oh, I gotta be a grown up now. Great. I had those, and then you have to just push through it, and you're like, hey, I did it. Now I just put that behind me.
At least you're not doing what I'm doing, where it's like right now I'm like, I could apply back at my old job. Do I? Or do I continue down the road of stupidity and insanity?
I would argue, do they hate you in any way?
No, they don't.
I would argue that you could probably throw a resume there again, if you have to. I played a video game. Yeah. I actually played I played a lot of Nightmare Reaper to the point that thought I soft locked myself out of a leveling tree, but it turns out you had to just flick on and off a freaking engine part in that mini game. But luckily I didn't have to reset it, so yay! Like crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. I guess I could start with me playing Nightmare Reaper. It's fucking think Doom, but actually that's a good like facsimile to start with because the game looks and feels kind of like Doom. You're going down kind of corridors, you're kind of going into arenas, you're shooting the shit out of fucking everything, but there's rogue-lite elements involved. So you're getting picking up different and weird and crazy guns, and they all do something weird and different. So stuff like you pick up a shotgun, and it's a pump-action shotgun. Like you would think a pump-action shotgun would react and shoot. But it turns out this one has an infinite magazine. You're like, sweet! But then there's something negative on it, and it goes, negative 20% area shot. And you're like, what does that mean? So you shoot it, and you're like, oh, the spread is like tiny. So tiny, you're like kind of shooting a sniper rifle sometimes. You're like, oh, that's weird. But you continue with that gun because it has infinite ammo. So
I was gonna say that kind of just sounds like a win to me.
Yeah. Here's the funny thing. I lucked out super hard beginning of the game because the game decided to give me the godlike shotgun possible. I have a shotgun that kicks back anything 200%. It disappears from my frame and it goes back to the far back of the room. I'm like, I'm not messing with you yet. And also freezes the enemies. And also, there was a third perk. It was like, oh, reload time. Fastest reload possible. What's the best? I keep getting other guns and go, is it better than my shotgun? No. Go toss it in the garbage. Is this better than my shotgun? No. Toss it in the garbage. Like, for the almost half of the game, I think I'm probably 2/3 of the way done. I still haven't replaced the stupid shotgun. It's so good. It's so good.
So it gave you the equivalent of the 1887 from COD.
Yes.
Essentially.
But it has freezing shots, and also it kicks back anything like 3,000 feet. So it's like, oh, I'm not gonna see you yet. You're going back to the crowd. You're going back to the crowd. You die immediately. Like, oh fuck.
Oh my god.
It's so good. And here's another funny thing. There's so many modifiers to each of the weird, crazy stuff you can do with the guns. That a good example is like, once you get to the end game, I'm getting close to that. I think I have to play more hours into the game, but through Civi's review of the game, he picked up a nuke, basically a mini nuke, and it had scatter shot on it. And he's like, what the fuck does scattershot mean on a nuke? So he shoots it, and it shoots off all bunch of mini nukes, all
It's
these
a
scattered mini
MIRV.
nukes. So
It's
it
a
plows
MIRV.
down like a 20-block radius of where you're standing.
It's the Fallout experimental MIRV.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, it just fucking explodes everything. So you're like, you have to plan constructively with this gun of like, okay, if I open the door and I see an enemy, I'll shoot and just run. Just run. Hide around the door. Hide. Hope it doesn't kill you. Like, oh. And there's so much different weaponry. You can get sword and shield. You can get a big claymore. You get these cubes that you can capture the monsters and be your best friends if you get to capture them. The cube. There's so many Easter eggs too, of like different streamers and people who played the game, like and also like different references to other games, and like it's like a giant love letter to like first-person shooters in general. And yeah, like the more I play it, the more I'm like, man, this game is so rad. And also how you level up is pretty rad too. Like how the game progresses is you get every time you complete a level, you get gold at first, and then your gold, you go through your Game Boy, quote unquote. It doesn't actually have a name in the game. It's just you whip it open by hitting the Q button, and you whip it open. You start playing basically just like a really early fucking what was it, the Newgrounds, like someone experimenting with game development for the first time, Mario Brothers, and like you start playing through this like odd Mario Brothers clone, and it turns out this is the leveling up tree, and when you complete the levels, you get more money, you get some money back, and you get the ability of whatever the hell that level was. And then the next thing you do, like, there's also different cartridges you pick up as you progress in the game. The second one is a game, Pokemon ripoff, which is, yeah, and that one's also interesting. It's funny because all this, the Pokemon, quote unquote, you're picking up, they're like, or you're capturing, it's tree, it's boulder, it's goop. It's like, it's just straight up what it is. I love that.
Don't forget, muck spelt backwards is something very awesome.
Yep, exactly. And also there's a third cartridge I picked up, and it's called they're all basically says the name on it, like I think it's Ruby Tree, and then Sapphire Tree, and then Jade Tree. A Jade Tree is all basically another method to level yourself. It's another what was it? It's a mode where it's endless shooter mode. Basically, you get dropped down in a arena locale, and you're basically just trying to survive wave after wave and try not to die as you're combating a whole bunch of different mobs and monsters in your arena. And you can get perks from that Jade Tree for that mode, and also it gives you perks for the campaign as well. But the funny thing about that Jade Tree is that you're playing a shmup. So you're piloting a starship, and just like, again, it's like very early Newgrounds Flash game. And yeah, it's slow moving, kind of like you're shooting stuff, and also you can upgrade each visual component of the ship to keep moving on in that own little game thing. Super, God, it's a lot of neat stuff going on in the game, like a little nice details and stuff. Although, I'm gonna give one pro tip to people who are playing the game, and I'm not sure if this is gonna get patched out later in the future. I'm assuming it's gonna get patched out in the future, but I run into a problem where I thought I locked myself out of the J tree in the leveling up section for when you whip out the Game Boy, because I died as soon as the game completed the level, like at the same freaking time. Usually when you die in those little mini games, they don't, like, it doesn't matter, like, you just keep continuing. It's just so, that sucks, you died and you missed some coins, but whatever, keep continuing. And it's like, oh, that's fine, I completed the level still, so I went back to the main screen, and I couldn't move the ship, but I could still shoot the gun somehow, and I wasn't meant to be able to on the screen. So I'm like, it's stuck dead center, and I'm like, I don't know how I'm supposed to fix this. So I actually went to the Steam forums and complained about it on the bugs section of the forum, and the developer actually spoke to me and was like, "Oh, you just gotta you gotta flip on and off the components that you can equip, and then it will fix itself." And I'm like, "What?" And I went to double check and like, "Oh, that fixed it! Holy shit!" And I actually replied back to the dev, "Thank you so much." And it's so nice. But yeah, like, other than that one weird glitch I ran into, the game is great through and through. You're, again, shooting shit like crazy. Oh, and also the story of the game is you're a patient who is in a hospital, psyche ward. So basically you're in a building that's meant for high profile, kind of like crazy people that are super dangerous type of thing. And so basically the way the game describes you as that, basically I don't think you're a serial killer, but there's been
You're basically a serial killer.
Yeah, you're basically a serial killer, but it's like the way the game explains like how she, kills people and stuff like that. It's like you're a literal demon. There's almost no controlling you. If something sets you off, there's nothing to shut you off. You just keep going, and it's the way. And it's like, oh, damn. She probably caused some real damage before she got captured and thrown into the insane asylum type of thing. And yeah, so like as you're progressing through the game, you're actually going into her nightmares and trying to defeat her demons in the dream, so she's trying to get somewhat better, which is like, oh, that's nice. I like that.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's a nice, like, explaining to the story of like why you're doing all these video gamey things. It's like, oh, because she probably likes video games herself, and she plays the Game Boy, and she's kind of getting this ideas from like maybe the stuff for she's playing in the Game Boy stuff, and it's like, oh, like that makes sense of like all this weird stuff she's doing and whatever. Like, it's super neat.
I like how you've been going on for about 20 minutes.
I love it.
20. It was like 15.
It's 15.
Hey man, when you love games, you get passionate about them.
I love games.
Boy, do I have a game to tell you guys about.
It's not what I think it is it?
Sims 4.
No. Much more better.
Good.
Oh, great.
Okay.
Let's look at the good games out of the way, right?
By the way, Nightmare Reaper. Go get it. It's good.
Okay. I'll look at it.
So I got into a game during COVID that I found it on YouTube, and I absolutely loved how it worked. It is a post-humanity survival game where you're controlling a civilization.
Okay.
That civilization is composed entirely of beavers. It's Timberborn, and it is fantastic. It is so much fun. And they've done some really good quality of life updates to this game that have made it so much nicer. You can legitimately go and without individually selecting buildings now. I can go to the master list and pause them or set their priority for workers to be significantly higher so they don't go to the fucking inventor's hut and I lose track of all my free workers because they went to this building that no one should be using if I need water pumped. And it's so much nicer now. And oh my God, I could go on about that. It's really fun. And it's still technically early access.
I'm just want to say that as I'm clicking through the images, I'm getting kind of weird flashbacks to Kids Next Door technology.
Like, I would say you're not wrong. Like, there's a giant hamster wheel you can make the beavers walk on for power when there's no flowing water.
Yeah.
Or, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just looking at all this 2x4 technology, and I'm like,
Just so you're aware, there is also another. I forgot what I was going to say. Yes, I think I saw this game actually. It's the Beaver RimWorld clone.
But
War
it's
crimes?
so good. Technically, yes, you can starve all of your beavers.
If I can't jump off their legs and put peg legs on them, it doesn't count.
No, no peg legs.
Damn.
But you can starve them. You can essentially run, like if you're pumping water during the dry season, and you don't have a water reservoir that'll keep your farm irrigated, it will kill your farm, and all of the crops will burn in direct sunlight.
That sounds about right.
that sounds like sounds like a thing I would look up online because I'd be so confused of what the hell happened.
You have no idea how many times.
Because I love these kinds of games. I put
You have
far too many hours into RimWorld to not try something like this.
I have seriously been playing the game, and like I've only got 80 hours in it, or 78.8, whatever. But I was playing the game at a point, and I had it on 3 times speed because I'm like, you know what? I've got my water management solved. And I looked away for like 5 minutes. I come back, and I have 20 beaver population of my 150 I had. I'm like, what the fuck just happened? And oh, I'm out of water. Oh, it's the dry season. Oh my God, I'm going to kill all of my beavers.
Everything on fire.
I mean, that's better than what I did to the feminist death colony.
Oh no.
So RimWorld introduced a new mechanic recently. That mechanic being something called, shall we agree and say what the mechanic was actually called? It's called ideologies. Basically, what it is yeah, there we go. I applied for that job. Basically, what it is basically you can integrate people and set them up to do specific things.
Oh
So,
no.
for example,
Belief
you
systems.
can make.
Oh no.
Yes, you can make everyone a cannibal.
Okay.
So I made and you can make them all feminazis.
You didn't.
I did
Why? Why would you do this?
because it was funny.
Did you at least stream it?
nudists. No, I made them nudists though.
Oh my God. It can't be as bad as what Spiffing Brit did to the flippin' characters in that game.
What did he do?
Oh, he made their religion party based, and anytime they held a party, they'd get their bonuses.
Yeah.
And he cheesed the system so he had infinite parties, and then he would harvest organs from anyone who was not enjoying the parties, and essentially kill them off with organ harvesting. So he
Sounds
was
about
having
right.
an infinite party with organ harvesting as a side note.
Oh, that
I
sounds
would
about right.
argue that sounds like actually intended mechanics, because that's one of the ways that you can survive on sea ice is literally have a party. If it's good, somebody joins, you kill them, and then you eat them.
That's essentially what he did.
Yeah, so
So it's
like
organ harvesting and selling them.
for like the higher difficulties and like the more extreme biodomes, you almost have to do that kind of stuff to survive. But like, so I would say that's kind of almost intended. It's funny that you can do that. And a lot of the things with RimWorld is definitely like you have to restrain yourself to how crazy you get. But then again, like if you don't know how to play the game and you do that, and then you amass just like 10,000 silver in organs before you have guns, and then they'll show up and just gun you down and take your organs, and then you lose. So if you're not ready for that kind of stuff, like you'll just lose. You can't. It's not a surefire way to win the game. Like, yeah, it's a really strong strategy if you know how to play the game. But like, if you don't know how to play the game, it's not going to make you win the game.
Oh, what's currently on my wish list? I have so many games that have been like, oh, hey, this is on sale now. I'm like, no, stop telling me this is on sale.
Yeah.
My goal is to get 606,969 games
On your wish list or in your library?
On my wish list.
I'm waiting for Crusader Kings 3 to actually have a better sale than 20%. Which I know is a long shot, but I'm hoping.
You're hoping that Paradox is actually a good company.
Yeah.
Prince of Persia: Warrior Within is only $2.
Don't worry, guys. Battlefield 2042 is still $80 on Steam. Which reminds me, I'm removing it from my wish list because it's been on there.
Fucking update video. Oh my god, the shit show that was. We're gonna double down on specialists because we believe that that's the core of our game. It's like nobody wanted this. Nobody still wants it. You have to wait another like 2 months till you get any kind of content. You have less players playing your game than like the casual indie game that had no marketing. Like what was it? V Rising came out, no marketing, just say, hey guys, here's a cool game, and then 100,000 people play it. Battlefield can't even get 100 people playing their game.
So is this the part where I sit there and I say that I actually played Battlefield before release?
I mean, you can as long as you're not breaking any legal things.
I was in the review event. That's what I'll say. I was in the review event. The game ran fine. Everything worked fine. And then literally the game came out and all of a sudden you hear rumblings. We're sitting there in a meeting and it's like, oh, shit's going down at Battlefield. And we're like, huh, that's interesting. Anyways, moving on with our day. And then it goes, oh, shit's going on at Battlefield. Well, the game ran fine. I don't know why everyone's complaining about. And everyone's like, well, whatever. We're moving on with our day.
It's not the performance of the game that was the problem. It was the balancing and the specialists that are like the biggest problems. Because remember, like literally in the beginning, you would shoot at somebody and you just wouldn't hit them because of the way the bullet spread was in that game. And like it literally was just like a fucking... The conal pattern was just dumb. It didn't make any sense, right? And then the best gun in the game was a PP, Bison, and you could kill people at a farther range with the goddamn submachine gun than you could with an actual rifle. It didn't make any sense.
Yeah, like the thing with that game is it was a lot of fun. Like when I played it, it was a lot of fun. And then I finished it, and then the shit show happened, and then on top of it, it was all the server issues.
They seriously could have gone and fucking cloned Battlefield 3 or Battlefield 4 with a fucking brand new engine and updated graphics, and I would have played. They did. No, they didn't.
That's not what they did at all.
That is not what they did, and you know it, you lying bastard.
So the funny thing is that like they updated to the latest version of Frostbite, and here's the problem with Frostbite. As somebody who's actually used Frostbite, let me tell you this: it's not that good. It's not that good. It's not that good.
I've heard some not great things about Frostbite.
Okay, if Unity is like the gold standard, and if Unity and Unreal are the gold standard, Frostbite is okay. But the problem is Unity and Unreal aren't the gold standard. They're the exception. Frostbite literally took 10 minutes for me to run on a 16-core processor in order to actually like do anything. So it's just a bad piece of software.
Poorly optimized, or it has way too much stuff.
Poorly optimized, I'll say.
I wonder. I honestly wonder what how Fox Engine is, because it's incredible looking. It runs incredibly well, even on like potato hardware. I wonder how bad of a thing it is to write with. Although it's crazy that Konami hasn't done anything with it. Like they haven't sold it, they're not using it, they just left it. When they have this like incredibly beautiful engine to work with. It's like, what are you doing?
I mean, that's a good question.
Okay, I have a challenge for you. I want you to go back into Halo 1 and 2.
Okay.
And I want
done
you...
that.
No. I want you to watch the videos of how the guy made Cursed Halo.
Yeah.
You've watched those, right?
Yeah.
I want you to make something out of that hot garbage that was that system. Because I know that the engine, just everything was hot garbage. And they made it work somehow for Halo 1 and 2.
So this is what I'll say, and this is what it sounds like to me. It sounds like to me, working on the game, is that the specialist system was an interesting idea, but really didn't need to exist. And it sounds like to me, like as somebody who, as an outsider looking in, what they ended up doing was they ended up looking at what other people were doing in the industry, not actually trying to do something out. Now, I'm along the lines of Russian Badger, where the game is... I have a lot of fun with the game when I played it, but like the problem is just like playing it. Like, I could play Battlefield 2042 by myself, and I would rather play Halo by myself, or I could play MechWarrior online with friends. And it's like, that's a harder argument. The problem with Battlefield, though, is like it's little things like Ben said. It's the shooting not working. It's the specialist system being existing. Well, I'll say this. I think that there's some characters that really didn't need to exist. I think that the entire if it was an upgraded class system, I think it would have been cooler.
One of the biggest complaints with the specialist was the tonal problem with them.
Yeah.
They had like voice lines and such that weren't matching the tone that they were going for with the game.
Mm.
And you know, I can agree with that. Although I feel like the solution that they should have just done with the specialist system is just like, don't make them. I think if they didn't make them characters, if they were like, here's a specialist system, but it's literally just like soldier number 6, but like soldier number 6, it's like a modification of classes instead of like, you know.
Yeah.
Like, you know, what was it? I think it was a specialist had like C4 or whatever, and just don't give them names and whatever and like characters. Instead, just be like, here's a class that has a wingsuit, and then I think all of this would have changed. And it's the fact that they try to like give personalities to like Battlefield characters when the point of Battlefield was supposed to be like that bridge between arcade and milsim. It was supposed to be like both of them blended together. Like you got the appearance of a milsim with arcade gameplay.
Yeah. Now, I will say this though. I understand where everyone's coming from when they say that game is terrible and trash. I don't think that that's an argument I can really have, and morally I can't really sit there and be like, oh well, I think it was fine. No, it wasn't a good product. My major issue I have personally with the game is like, again, like when you're playing the game, you really don't notice a lot of the shit that goes wrong with it. When you sit there and actually look at it and you realize that a sniper rifle can out damage a rocket launcher against the tank, you kind of go, what?
It was that bad for balancing. I played like an hour max, and I couldn't continue. It was that bad for me trying to play it.
Yeah, the balancing was that fucked up.
Yeah, the balancing was really bad. There was issues with the actual. Can you turn on the light? There was issues with the actual. Thank you. Way that the servers were running, and like I think that that's actually kind of what killed it was the server performance. Like, if you want to sit there and you want to tell me like the game was poorly optimized and or wasn't running poorly, but the servers were trash, I will 100% agree with you, bud. That's all I'll say. But that's about all I can say, really. Okay. Am I dead?
No.
Oh, I think that's all
Okay.
Battlefield is worth anyway.
Yeah.
It's
We're
definitely
talking
not
about-
worth the $80 that it's still being listed for. That's the
Hey, we wanna talk
end
about
point of that
cost what it
conversation.
costs to play a video game. We should just talk about Diablo then.
Oh boy.
The what?
Diablo Immortal, the new phone game from
God.
Blizzard.
I thought that was supposed to be free to play.
It is, but there's a big old fucking asterisk on that, right? So, in order to gear at endgame, right? You know how in Diablo 3, like you do, like rifts or whatever, they get gear, right? So, there's a cap on power that you can get for Paragon levels, gear, and I think there's a third mechanic or whatever, right? It's not legendary gems. So those are all capped at 10% bonuses from each of them. So each of those items can only give, or Paragon can only give you 10% damage and defense. Each gear piece can only give you 10% or of both of offensive power and defensive power. And the third thing also has that capped as well. Legendary gems do not cap. And legendary gems can give you up to 50% of your stats per item at level 5. Now, so legendary gems are very important to farm, right?
Yeah.
You
can't buy them.
cannot get level. You cannot get you get rare crests for free, and rare crests can only drop 1 or 2 star maximum potential gems. So they can't even rank up to 5 stars. So you can't just like grind 2-star gems and then eventually combine them together and get a 5-star gem. It's literally physically impossible. As a free-to-play player, you're only using rare crest. You can never get a 5-star gem potential drop. So in order to get 5-star gems, you have to use the paid currency, which is the legendary crest. And those ones will have the chance to give you 3-star, 4-star, or 5-star gems. And but they also have a chance to give you the 1-star and the 2 stars. And the percentage from like 3 stars is like 5%. 4 stars is 2%, and 5 stars is 0.2%.
Jesus Christ.
So you have to run the rift with a legendary crest, and you don't even have the potential to even get a legendary crest for the one that you buy. And to get $100 worth of currency gets you 45 crests. Their pity system starts at 50 crests. So you have to do 50 runs of not getting a 5-star gem before you guarantee your next 5-star gem.
Is this like just again like more evidence that Blizzard is dead?
This is the entry point. This is where it just begins, right?
Oh God.
It gets worse, is what I'm hearing.
It gets so much worse.
This is worse than somebody trying to sell a 3080 for $2,000.
So
Shut the fuck up.
after you get all of your 5-star gems in your gear, assuming you wailed for them, of course, you then need to put gems inside the gems to maximize their potential, to get even more stats out of them. And some of those
Are we
gems,
talking about Gemception?
yes. So then you have to get gems that you don't use to put into those gems. So I guess they were thinking like, oh, they're going to get gem drops anyway, so you can take the gem drops that you don't use and put them in the gems that you do use. I kind of get it, but still, you need 5-star gems in those gems. So you got to find another 5-star gem to put in all your 5-star gems. And then after that, you then have to awaken your gear. And that's another premium only currency to awaken your gear. And the only way you can get it for free is through dailies. And then there's something called resonance after that even. So you awaken your gear, then you have to resonate your gear. And then that again is also a premium only currency. Do you want to know how long it takes to go from awakening gear to resonance if you're a free to play only player?
6 hours.
Not even scratching the surface.
6 years.
You're getting closer.
Oh my god!
No, 12 years?
You overshot. It's 10 years of dailies.
Oh my god.
That's absurd.
This is like this is the cash cow that Blizzard has needed for years now.
That was called WoW.
You're ready for the
Yeah, but
alternative to spending
Okay.
10 years? $50,000.
Man.
Can I just quit my day job and like do that? Just get paid by Blizzard to say this is a bad idea?
In total, it would cost you over $100,000 to maximize a single character. And that's assuming that you have the worst possible luck, I believe. I think it's like 110,000 if you have the absolute worst and you have to pity all your 5-star gems.
So I'm gonna recommend a game right now that I'm sure a lot of people already have.
Candy Crush.
No, not Candy Crush. It's Torchlight 2. Just get Torchlight 2. For fuck's sake, just get Torchlight 2. Oh god.
Yeah, you can spend like what, $25 to get Torchlight 2 and then get
No,
probably...
you can even get it cheaper than that. If it's on sale, it's like $5.
Yeah, true.
I think I have Torchlight too. Hold on, let me look.
It's seriously
has it.
it's
Oh, man,
$3.40 on Steam for Torchlight
have
1.
never-
It is $6.59 on Steam for Torchlight 2 right now.
And
More people need to play.
I feel like the
Torchlight
absolute
2.
worst part about all this too is that it's actually a fun game. Like I played like 2-3 hours of it and I was enjoying the gameplay that I was getting out of it. And it feels like a regular Diablo game. And it's just like they've built this absolutely terrible milking system to milk their whales out of the money. Like I was watching Asmongold play it. He hit like 23 and spent $357.
Oh.
And the level cap is 60. It's just like I can't imagine. Like,
I mean, I can. I mean, it makes sense.
Like, I'm a guy who spent way more than he probably should have on hardware to play games. And
mean-
like that hurts.
yeah.
I mean, hold on. Let me bring something up right now.
no.
I need to.
if you want a comparison to what another free to play that has pay to win element games that came out recently, Lost Ark.
The original.
Lost
I was
Final
gonna say
Fantasy.
Yeah, so Lost Ark's, but I think the math for maxing out a character in Lost Ark is $3,000.
Oof.
That's still
And it-
cheaper than my computer.
Yeah, so it's just like
I now suddenly understand why you wanted to sell that graphics.
I wanted to make back like $1,000.
so the cost the cost difference is just like staggering. $110,000 in Diablo versus $3,000 in Lost Ark, and people are pissed about Lost Ark. I have not heard a single good thing about Diablo Immortal except the fact that like it's a Diablo game. It feels like a Diablo game. It has like it's voice acted. Has a fairly half decent story so far, and like the mechanics are good. But it's just like when it comes down to it, is like it's a mobile game and it has the same mobile predatorness of it, except down up to 11.
Yeah, but that's like every single game, like nowadays. Every single AAA game, every single game from like Activision, EA.
Yeah, but here's the problem: is Diablo Immortal was coming into a very skeptical market already. They already pissed them off forever ago with the "don't you have phones" thing, and it's like so they waited until they could duo launch it with on the PC as well, because obviously like we have a very heavy PC audience that obviously was a Diablo game. Like I fucking played it myself because I fucking love Diablo. I own Diablo 3 and the expansions. I wish I fucking didn't because it's not good. But I'm a stand for Diablo. I love Diablo, and it's the same thing. It's like Blizzard, their current like public image is so fucking bad, and they're releasing a game to a skeptic audience that already has been trotted on and pissed off at, and then you're releasing, they're like, oh, it's going to be free to play, there is going to be monetization options, so they were already like bracing for that, and then you try to milk them for literally every single penny to $100,000. I can't name another company that wants to self-destruct harder than Blizzard does right now.
I can.
I think I just thought of a good title for this.
Oh yeah.
Blizzard milks its customers for more.
It's the picture of the guy walking up to the skinny cow. It's like, good morning, and it's just Diablo 3 players and then Blizzard over top of the guy.
Yes, there you go. Oh my god.
The skinny cow Diablo 3 players. Jesus Christ. This
is gonna suck to make.
It's not gonna last. Like, there's no way. Like, there's probably gonna be like there's probably gonna be the whales. Like, they're gonna do it anyway because there's some dumb motherfuckers that make decent amount of money that want to spend $1,000 a month on this fucking dumbass game or more.
So,
I mean, there's like the people that play like BDO like drop $10,000 a month.
So here's an idea. Give that money to OnlyFans girls.
They probably do. They probably spend like $400
It's all
on
e-girls.
OnlyFans.
No,
Look,
it's not just OnlyFans. It's just e-girls.
You just need to give more money to those e-girls because I hear that they're losing a lot of patience, making $50,000 a year or a month. They're not smart enough. You need to support them. You made the commitment.
I don't know. Diablo is it's so depressing, man. It's like the fact that Blizzard has signed off on this and put their name on it is just like, you fucking idiots.
Ben, Diablo has been dying. Blizzard has been dying for years. The AAA industry, yeah. So if don't get sad about it. Be happy. Remember all the good times that you had with StarCraft 2, the last good Blizzard game.
I'm still having fun with StarCraft 2. Minus the tank textures being fucking broken when they go into the siege mode. And I can't fix it.
Oh, I was going to say they broke tank textures?
The model turns into a fucking sphere, the pink, black, gray reference sphere for for your unit. I don't know what the proper term is for it. One of you guys can correct me.
Are you
turns it into
using a skin, maybe?
No, base game, no mods.
Oh, I don't know.
Sounds kind of unfortunate, honestly.
Yeah, I was playing with somebody and I just saw this line of spheres and I walked my troops towards it and they all died and I was so confused.
I'm not very good at StarCraft anymore. I don't even think I was very good at all, to be honest.
I'm great against bots.
Yeah, you can manipulate bots pretty good, but players.
I did my first game against humans ever, like 2 days ago. Oh God, did we get shit kicked?
I'm like pretty sure that I'm like bronze something.
5 minutes.
I am a Bronze League hero.
Same, bro.
Yeah, I think
my micro's bad. Is the problem?
Yeah, same here.
Although I guess our macro is not very good either. Like I remember when I was actually trying to get good, they're like, "Don't float minerals." It's like learn the micro, and I'm like, "But microing's hard."
Microing is hard. Anyway,
never mind. Never mind.
I was gonna say. Anyways, we gotta talk about the Sony press conference.
What does Sony do?
Well, they did their press conference, and
is this thing?
Yeah, it is this thing. You should be really upset.
Oh no!
Because instead of going to Top Gun Maverick and seeing something good, some idiots watched the Sony State of Play. Oh. And they didn't just click through and watch all the interesting bits.
They did what the true Apple fanboys do and sit and watch the whole fucking thing.
Yeah, basically.
Oh God.
God, Apple. Anytime anybody mentions Apple, I got a very violent response and want to.
Yeah,
throw
but
up.
this applies in this case, does it not?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me put it like this. I only watched like 2 press conferences. The Microsoft press conference because I'm a Microsoft fanboy and I'm an idiot. And
Yep. Your words. Okay.
fuck off.
It's fair.
And the Nintendo presser because Nintendo.
I mean, at least
you don't
Nintendo
watch-
is well paced. They're sort of just game, talk
Yeah.
for 2 minutes, game. Hey, we're done. See you later.
If you don't watch the Nintendo press conference, you're a fucking horrible piece of shit.
Oh no!
I usually catch Nintendo Directs afterwards.
Oh, I'm
I don't
so
watch them live.
sorry.
How could
What?
I be this horrible piece of shit?
Oh, wait, I'm on this podcast with you guys. That explains it.
Wow. Didn't know you really thought of that, Swiss.
Oh. No, I love listening to this every once in a while. It's really funny.
What, the show? Why would you
Yes.
do that to yourself?
Oh no! You listen to us?
Why would you do that? How dare you?
Because I feel like hating my life more than I normally do at work, so...
I mean, I do that too.
Oh man! My current job position, I get to sit at a computer and listen to heavy metal music all day, so it's great. I sometimes listen to a podcast, so I'm at that same level of like, oh man, I'm doing kind of like not mediocre work. It's still hard work, but it's like, oh, I got something else. I need something else in the background right now, so they just put on whatever. And you get like great entertainment as you're doing some work. Sit in the computer chair.
I can't listen to like straight podcasts usually. I like listening to like clips more than I like listening to like the actual podcast. I'd rather just somebody like clip the good stuff from a podcast and just put it in a playlist for me. I don't want to watch the whole thing.
I mean, that would require me to do work.
Actually, you know what I've been doing? I've been trying to find podcasts on YouTube. So whenever there's like they're talking about a game that I don't care about, I just keep fast forwarding and skipping ahead in the video. Like it's faster and faster till the point I'm like, oh wait, did they change the topic? Let me go back a couple of minutes. Okay, are they at the starting the new topic? Okay, good. I can listen to it again. Like it's just easier just to fast forward through shit, just to be like skipping ahead in the video than it is like most freaking audio listening apps and shit like that.
True. You can just watch
yeah.
like Trash Taste on YouTube because they put all their stuff up there.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I shouldn't plug other podcasts while we're doing a podcast. That's kind of dumb.
I had thought about that because I found a few like fairly good ones, but they're all done by the same guy, at least recordings wise.
Remember, Castle Super Feast is a very good podcast. You should probably give it a listen to.
Yeah, listen to us
more
after
professional than
us,
us.
though.
What?
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 What'd you say?
I shared an artist that you might enjoy listening to at work if you haven't already heard them. They're called
yes.
Wind Rose, and they are dwarven metal.
Don't give that to Alan. He will come in his pants.
Seriously,
Windrose?
I shared it in the topic list.
Oh boy.
I heard about them and I immediately put them on. I'm like, I'm gonna go play some fucking Deep Rock Galactic now, and I'm gonna have fun being a dwarf digging a hole.
How dare you? I do that all the time too.
That's
Is this where we
That
scream
reminds
rock
me.
and stone at each other for like the next 3 minutes?
No,
Yes.
no,
fucking stone.
Rock and stone!
that was seriously loud enough that my IEMs were picked up by my fucking mic.
Yeah, you actually you turned down in my ears so it didn't go too loud.
Oh my god.
Rock and stone forever. I actually pointed my mouth away from the mic that time.
I'm gonna just mute you for the rest of the podcast. It's safer.
Oh no, he's one of the heathens that don't press it back when somebody presses it.
What?
When you press
hello.
the like cheer button to do Rock and Stone in game, he's probably one of those guys that doesn't do
No, I go and I slap the dice and I yell rock and stone, but
I make sure I kick a barrel too. You gotta kick a barrel.
You always gotta kick a barrel. If you don't kick a barrel,
just
you're
call
a-
Mully when you're like the farthest away from the rest of the team.
Yes.
it. God,
Yes, you
Molly
always
is so
do that.
goddamn slow.
Where's Molly?
Oh gosh. Did this just become the we somehow got onto a dwarf topic and now it's just a dwarf podcast?
Yeah, whose fault is that?
Yep, that's you,
I'm
man.
sorry. I suggested a good artist for him to listen to.
I don't understand
Although,
why you would
actually-
do that.
To go back full circle from listening to music on YouTube, I found a weird method to find some interesting music in the same genre. Like, 'cause I always try to find weird music in the same genre, but I just don't know how to search it most part. Because a lot of times just smashing search engines of like, oh, I found this new music genre because I listened to this other guy. Is there more like this guy? And sometimes you find some decent stuff, and sometimes you can't find shit all. And found YouTube be a good alternative to be like, oh, you like this? We found a whole playlist of this. Maybe you like it. I don't know. And because at my work, I can't log into, Google or anything. And why would you log into Google while you're at work? Unless it's like your own computer or something. Basically, I can't log into my account or anything. So I've just been kind of this weird mishmash between we know that you use this computer a lot. Google recognizes that, but I don't have an account or save any info about me, which I don't know, as far as I know. So I get this weird, we'll recommend this music we think that you like, but it's not there's no metadata to tag oh, you're a gamer, you're this or that. It's just this invisible ghost that just likes a certain genre of music. So I actually found some weird shit I like for once. And I'm like, hey, this works. I just have to be a ghost.
A ghost that likes a certain genre of music.
So
Tentacle hentai background music.
Actually, I found this band. I found this one band who does gabber hardcore music. This is the name. I think I'm mispronouncing every time I try to say it myself. So I'm just gonna let one of you say it if they want to. And I found this whole playlist of just hard gabber, metal tones and heavy metal, and it's just oh, this is the shit I wanted forever. And I'm like, yes, I found something that's really good, and it has to be Japan. And it just through YouTube, I've just been going deeper rabbit hole of trying to figure out where these guys come from, what genre do they make, what do they call themselves, their own Japanese. So I'm my search
I mean, at least you haven't done that. At least you haven't done that.
welcome to the cum zone.
Nope, that's the sequel.
Oh, I only come in pretty anime girls.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Have I posted? Oh, have you seen that video I posted over in the Wardio channel? You should look in the not safe for work in the Wardio.
I don't want to ever go in that server again. It's just full of degeneracy and disgusting bullshit. And that's coming from me.
Oh god, I found a video on my Twitter feed that showed up. And it's high quality 3D
Well,
animated.
there's your problem, Josh. You went to Twitter. What the fuck did you expect?
I know. That I go there for jokes and pornography. That's all I go. That's all I go there for.
You heard me at first, boys and girls. Josh goes to Twitter.
What? You're saying Twitter's used for
Tumblr's
something
not around
else?
anymore.
No,
so you gotta
that's
use
the
Twitter
new
now.
title. That's the new title.
Wait, what's
Twitter's
the new
jokes
title?
and porn?
No, Josh goes to Twitter for porn.
That's an easier podcast thing because I can just do a really shitty.
Just
I originally
super
was gonna-
pixelated version of his tag picture.
No, he's holding a cell phone
On
instead of
Twitter.
a newspaper.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I've used Twitch more to look at not safe for work artists versus like actually using Twitter to like follow like content creators and stuff.
Wait, Twitch? You've used Twitch?
Twitter.
No.
I missed
I mean,
Okay.
it's weird.
See,
'cause-
every single time.
Yeah, Twitter is just like, again, it's like a soapbox for like showing off whatever, companies trying to show off, and then you find the porn section and you're like, wait, this is better? How is this better?
Yeah,
This
you
is
don't
useful.
have to deal with like the ideologues and all that other crap, or like
Yeah.
for some
Maybe I'm
reason,
doing it wrong.
So you know how that does like the posts you might care about because of like people that you follow, the people that they follow, whatever pop up on your feed or whatever.
Yeah.
I follow a couple people from like Final Fantasy community, like Zeppela, Lucy something, I forget the second part of her name, and a couple other like streamers from Final Fantasy 14. And one of the top raiders or whatever, like his wife just randomly died, and he's just posting his experiences on Twitter, and I just get it. Like every time he posts something new, and he posts something like every week, and I'm just like, I don't understand how people can post on Twitter about like their personal life like that, like the grief that they're going through in their lives. Like I would never want to publicize how I feel after losing my significant other like that. That's like the last thing I'd ever want to do. Is like,
I mean,
post on Twitter. It's like, guys, I'm so sad because I got a box of stuff from my old house and it smelled like her, and I'm sad now. And it's like, why would you post this on the internet?
because they're sad, Ben.
And
I'm not
they're
gonna
looking
broadcast my
for
sadness
some
to
of
the
that
world.
support.
I
From
mean, maybe
the
you should do that, Ben.
No, are you kidding me? Christ, I don't want to get roasted any more than I already do.
That's what people do on Twitter all the time. Is they sit there and they post how sad they are, and then you just sit there. If you're smart like me, you just sit there and you laugh because you realize that they
Their
fucked
life is
up.
still better than yours.
Yeah,
No.
probably.
See, this is the fun thing about like when you get somebody going, man, I wish I had a house, and then you go, that's convenient, and then you get somebody going, man, I wish I had a car, and it's like the same person. You go, give me 5 seconds, message Josh. Hey, Josh, do you have a car?
What do you know? I have a car.
Hey, Swiss, do you have a car?
Why, yes, I do.
Oh, okay. Oh, 1 second. Hey, Ben, do you have a car?
I do.
Oh man, 4 people here, all
hey.
own cars. Yeah,
Hey,
that's
guys, guess what's going to piss everyone off? I'm under 27 and I'm a homeowner.
same.
Everyone else in the chat just goes dead silent because they're all sad about it.
Yeah, they're still ranting.
I bought my house when I was 27.
I'm literally one of that not definition neckbeard, but I'm one of those people of like, they do that, lives at home,
Josh is gonna meet a beautiful. Yeah.
old, and yeah, basically just old.
Did you buy your house before it went to shit or after?
No, actually,
That's-
this house has been around forever, so no.
I married up.
That's one way to do it, right?
Somebody's gonna be sleeping on the couch tonight.
She's not in the office anymore, although the bedroom's directly above the office. And she knows that I married up, so.
Oh well, you told her that.
I would
No,
consider that.
she knew that well before.
I would be flattered if someone said that to me. It's like, hey man, I married up. You are like what I want. That would make me feel good. Like I'm like, hey man.
I mean, I just want to, at some point, I just hope to God that I start dating some girl with an OnlyFans, because the hope is that, and not one of those shitty OnlyFans, like a really good OnlyFans.
You're talking
the ones
about
that
good
make,
production value and
yeah, they're bringing home $100K a month.
Yeah. Okay. So, do you know
Jessica Negri.
pizza jars?
Yeah, no. Do I want to?
I was gonna say, do you admit to knowing anyone on OnlyFans?
She's pretty successful, but man, is she fucking crazy. Like,
I mean, I can deal with crazy. My sister had a mental illness.
I personally don't even
It's
think
fine.
she's like that, like amazingly hot, but like she's so like weird and like out there that I'm just like, I could not deal with being in a relationship with this woman. That she's not hot enough for me. And it's just like she's just too crazy. And I'm just like, if this is like the standard for like OnlyFans girls, like absolutely fucking not. Not in this lifetime or the next.
I mean, here's the reason why is like it would be really nice. Like if somebody brings home 100K a year, I could sit there and be like, huh. Or 100K every month. I could sit there and go, huh. So 50K goes to this bank account that's somewhere, let's say in Canada, and it just sits there and just accrues interest. And eventually I'll have $1 million.
So you just want a woman to
'Cause
mooch off of, basically.
Basically, I just want, yeah.
You know, dudes have OnlyFans that are pretty successful too. Like Nikocado Avocado apparently makes, you know, a couple grand off his OnlyFans. And have you seen him? I think you could do it, Jeff.
I could not do it, Jack Murphy. No,
Just show your butthole.
I'm good.
Just show your butthole.
I'm not doing that, man.
Or there's another like mukbang YouTuber that has an OnlyFans.
Why would anyone do that?
Guys, we're gonna go. You gotta take a look at what I just shared.
Sure.
Oh God.
This is from that girl's Twitter.
Oh yeah,
it's a
she
clip
streams
from-
too, which is like
Yeah,
obvious.
it's a clip from one of her streams.
I remember this clip. It's so good.
That's like the top. That was pinned at the top of her Twitter.
She knows why. Of course she knows why. I bet she did it on purpose too. Some of the shit she does in the videos are drumsy too, man. Jesus Christ. That's how like it's either that's your persona or
your fursona.
No. No.
I brought it back.
Look. Just because I would have to be unable to walk in order to fuck an anthropomorphized fox, technically that's rape. That's rape. Technically, I would be raped. I would wake up in the morning and be disgusted with myself.
Don't forget the suntan lotion.
Fuck you.
you're only saying that now because you want to double because you don't want to double down. You want to back out of it.
Yes, I do. As a matter of fact, if I woke up next to somebody, a furry, and like they were in the fursuit, I would be like, "Where's the gun? Where's the gun? Where's the gun?" Shh.
But what if they were like
you're gonna have to put a
literally
fucking
real? Is the
rating
question.
on this
we're not
goddamn
talking about
video.
fursuits. We're talking about
Or this
literally
podcast.
real.
Where's the gun? It's an abomination against God. How drunk was I?
So, question: are you killing it first,
Oh no, you got it.
or are you doing a twofer with that?
I'm doing a one for, but
What about aliens then? Would you fuck up like a random alien like the blue people from like Avatar?
what?
Well,
What? What?
Yeah, like the blue people from Avatar. Would you fuck one of them?
That's a better question for Josh. Let's be honest.
We already know Josh's answer. Josh?
I mean, can I talk to them?
Yes.
Would they understand my human language?
Yes.
Probably.
he wants to be dominated by a 7-foot blue, a
Dommy
7-foot tall blonde woman.
Exactly.
I mean, being dominated by a 7-foot tall mommy. Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Although I do
But
not
just
have
not
the-
covered in fur.
Look, like, yeah.
All right.
I
What
mean-
about don't the Covenant have females? What about a female Covenant? One of the.
Oh God, no.
No.
Female, just
No.
females. Yeah, they do
No.
exist. They just don't fight.
No. God, no. No.
Because you've seen the Rule 34 artwork, haven't you?
Yeah.
I do. I had to bring Halo into it somehow.
Yeah. Like. Here's the thing: is like unless it's like
Cortana.
no.
She's a robot. It doesn't really count, or an AI,
Oh,
whatever.
AI.
I mean, technically, she did jerk off Jean a lot.
I don't believe that's canon at all.
I'm pretty sure all the suits have auto jackers built into them.
That seems incredibly unnecessary and unorthodox.
Hey, if it costs as much as a fucking StarCraft, like a fucking frigate, it better.
Could you imagine, like, ending up in the hell that Tychus is probably in, being locked in one of those fucking marine suits for the rest of your life?
I mean, I'm pretty sure that one of those marine suits actually, like, they do all the filtration and stuff like that.
Yeah, but he literally can never take it off. Like, the man can't sit down and, like, take a load off. He's just stuck in the damn thing forever. Has the shit and piss in it.
Yeah, but you still have, like, filtration and shit.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter. I mean, like, I think, after, like, a few years, I'd want to, like, you know, actually take my own pants off and take a poop like normal.
Yeah. But that was the point of it. Was that he was taking his prison with him.
I know. I'm just saying, like, that sounds like a fucking living hell. It sounds worse than being in prison.
Yeah.
I probably would have told him to, like, piss off. I'm staying right here.
I mean, yeah, that probably would have been a good idea. I don't know. StarCraft 2 is still... I'm so happy that Microsoft has it now.
We'll see. But we're not getting StarCraft 3 anytime soon. Although I think there was a studio of Left Blizz devs that's making an RTS. So we'd have to, like, see that. Oh, no, they made the new... the Hearthstone gang made the new Marvel Snap game. That's the card game that they specifically made it in a way that, like, you can obtain every card through free to play through a reasonable amount of gameplay. So that way you can be competitive without having to spend a fuck ton of money.
Oh, what game is this? Marvel Snap?
Yeah, it's a card game, kind of like Here's System, Hearthstone.
Oh.
I probably should have mentioned that to the MTG freaks in here.
What are you talking about? I'm not the MTG freak.
No, I'm the MTG freak in this room.
I just play BattleTech, Ben.
Mm-hmm.
Super Auto Pets.
But
maybe.
Yeah, there's another studio. I think it's called Frostshine or whatever. That's a bunch of like pretty, like, powerhouse names from Blizz that left that are making an interesting game. I think they're showing it off either, like, this week coming up or the next week.
Is this Mark Kern's studio?
I don't remember. I'm really bad with names.
Might be. I don't know. Do we have any other topics?
Depends. Do you want me to drag my wife back down here so she can bitch at me for talking about the stuff I have talked about?
You don't wake up the wife. That's just rule one.
No,
rule one.
that's rule one. Don't wake up.
Has anyone else seen Top Gun Maverick? I know Ben and Josh haven't.
I don't go to the movies.
I got to watch the 3.5-minute preview with Doctor Strange.
Do you want to know what the last movie I saw in theaters was?
What?
Thor: Dark World.
Just jump off a cliff.
It was fine.
Just do it. No.
Although I paid extra for it because we had to watch the 3D version because they didn't have any. It was like the last showing.
Okay, well, I was hoping Alan was going to be here. He's not, so I'll just say, go see Top Gun. It's good. Everyone would enjoy it. It's a great movie to take the missus
I would
to.
have left if you went on about Top Gun again.
No.
Like if we were in, like, a physical studio, I literally would have stood up and walked off if Alan was there. You started talking about Top Gun. I'm like, all right, guys, I guess I'll see you next week. Bye, and I would have walked
I would
out.
have done the same thing and go, Ben, I'll follow you.
Yeah, we just went with our first. Like, let's go play some Pokemon Go. Let's get out of here.
If we're in a physical studio, though, we'd actually be doing a video version of a podcast, and it'd be funny.
That's the next.
Yeah,
That's the joke now. Okay.
That's next podcast studio integration. That's next project after
VR. We'll do VR podcast. How does that sound?
I mean, I kind of want to do that, but
We're all just VR chat on. We're all in VR chat.
I want to have my avatar be an Xbox because I think it would be funny.
You probably could get that.
I want my avatar to be a robot with big tits.
I've seen those. And I'm just, you know, like the PTSD meme where he's just like has head in his, where his head in his hands. I've seen those. It's fucking gross. Like, you ever see those like really bad like
All I can think of right now is Josh Stubb.
where they have like the
and
giant
fucking
hips. And like
I like how you're emotionally scarring Swiss again, Josh.
I do
every
that, I
fucking
guess.
time.
Every time.
Fucking time. It doesn't
Where
matter.
my mind goes. It's like, oh, can I be a robot with big boobs? No, wait. What if I was a Pokemon?
No.
But
No.
just a little
stop.
money, just thick with 6 C's.
yep, thick.
Yeah, that exists.
Or I just be a Vaporeon, just a classic Vaporeon, no changes.
No.
Just a Vaporeon.
No.
And then people just go, did you
No.
know?
No.
Garvinder.
The Anthro Vaporeon avatar, which is it's like, man, that's fucking disturbing.
There's a lot.
Okay, you gotta
when
share it.
dig a
You gotta
hole,
share
there's
it.
always a lot.
I don't have it. I didn't favorite it because I have one. I get a free account. I only have 25. But it's not hard to find.
I don't want to corrupt my search history.
I'll just go and invite, what was it? Incognito.
Oh,
That
fuck it, I'll
fucks
do
up
it.
your
I don't care.
searcher.
Like,
Good.
it makes it so at least it doesn't travel back to you in some degree.
Just do it on your work computer and then send it to the chat.
Speaking of work computers, I do have to return our computer.
Good thing we reminded you.
Yeah, thank you for that.
You know, you could have bought you could have bought a fucking 3080 Ti, bud.
I mean, I could have.
You
But
still
I
could
didn't.
actually.
There you go.
I mean, $50.
Like that, you know?
You know,
I've ruined my Google search for the next like week now.
Why?
Because I have to scar
Why?
everybody.
you know that's actually not the worst thing I've
Ben,
ever
if
seen.
you
from
want-
Oh, that's
the
just the
Pokemon.
PG version. I didn't want to link it in there, link it into our podcast server.
Ben,
not
if
safe
you want
version.
to, if you want to scar people, this is how you fucking scar people.
Yeah, that one's wow. That really got me. That one. Oof.
This is the thing that you show your wife, and then you go, have
Honey.
you ever done this?
Thank you, Alan, for posting that in the chat. You're not here, but thank you.
I just
That's fucking beautiful. You know, if it wasn't like an hour hour and a half into recording, I'd say we should bring Alan in. But oh my god,
Oh, fuck, I'm dying. That's too
so
fucking good.
So for the listener, if you don't understand, the picture is a 4chan post where it's like, finally got a dildo. Okay, we're starting off strong. Grow to recover brother's used condom. What the fuck? What the fuck is going on here?
No, as always, you're forgetting the as always part of that.
Oh, God.
We just went from what the fuck to, oh god, what the hell is going on? This is even worse than I initially thought it was. Use cum as lube to fuck myself with dildo.
The last line I think is even worse. It's just it's relieving.
I think if you just put that's have an internal scream, that's pretty much what's going on right
You
now.
know,
Just-
if you just want to edit that in, like just autistic internal screaming right there, perfect.
We can do that. That is possible.
just
Swiss is never coming back.
Not with a 5-minute notice. I'm not. No.
at least 5 minutes.
God. You get.
Don't worry. Next time it will be actually planned. It will actually be planned, and I'll give you address.
I was seriously sitting on the couch. We had just finished watching some Malcolm in the Middle, and I get a message saying, "Hey, Swiss podcast. When? Now."
That's what he does.
That's
There
what
was
he
one
does.
time I agreed to be on the podcast and I forgot for half an hour, and then he just messaged me. He's like, "Are you coming?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, right, yes."
Oh
that."
shit! Right? Yeah, I agreed to do this thing.
Oh right, I forgot entirely.
Hey man, I've always said I have the object permanence of a fucking goldfish.
I mean, that's better than.
I mean, that's kind of like me too. Just that, at times to be like, is there something important I meant to be doing right now? And then you just get up, kick in the head, and you're like, oh shit,
the pot on the stove.
Oh, right.
And then you run out in the kitchen and there's just no water left. You're like, fuck.
damn it.
Josh got distracted on
ramen.
Twitter again.
Yep.
God damn it.
Have you ever left like pasta boiling for too long and it just turns to mush when you try to like use it?
All the time.
Almost.
Often when I'm in
Almost.
the middle of cooking, I'm concentrating on cooking. Although my dad, whenever he cooks, he usually tries to do everything in the kitchen. Even though I told him repeatedly, Dad, you should be just cooking. Why are you trying to do the second part of the meal and as you're trying to do the first part of the meal? And it's like, no, it's faster this way. Okay, then. Let's see you burn the first part while you're trying to do the second part. Like, God damn it. He tries, but man, it's just every time I'm like, Dad, just do one part at a time. No, I could do it faster this way. God, don't. Another thing he likes to do is, I made a special this way. Oh, special as in made it taste bad? Because it tastes bad.
Oh man, you have one of those kind of cooks.
Yeah. And it's like, I like to make my own twist on things. I'm like, Dad, just make it the way it is in the first place. Then you know where to take it from there. Because you don't know what it tastes like in the first place. Now you're just tweaking something that you don't know. You make it what it says, and then you go from there. Like,
You don't have to stick your dick in the KD to make it.
Wait, what? You don't?
what? Oh man, wait. Hold on. Whoa.
Wait. I don't have to. That's a revelation.
Hold many of these phones and get them to take a message here. Hold on.
What?
I think I just broke the podcast. I apologize. It's a little late at night right now.
Hold
That's the
on.
best part when you're all delirious.
If I don't stick my dick in it, it's going to taste better? That doesn't make sense. You're lying to me, Swiss.
I will say it doesn't leave a snack for your e-girl to come and snack on though.
I mean that's kind of.
I don't know if I ever wanted to hear that sentence.
There's a joke about putting a dick in macaroni and then saying it's like good cats or something.
What the?
I think
Wait,
that was from an Aziz Ansari thing, and I can't believe I just referenced
Was
that
that
like
your
fucking
wife?
years ago.
Was that your wife, dude? What the fuck?
No.
Yeah, that was.
Wow. That's a sound effect.
That was me covering my mouth while thinking about where the fuck I heard that originally.
Well, if we take that clip out of context, I think you guys just have a voice acting job.
Do you want me to say Oni-chan with that same voice? Because I can.
No, I don't.
Oni-chan. No.
There is a male voice actor doing like older female voice acting.
And there's a woman who still voices Goku.
That's a grandma.
I still want to do. I still think that we should do a really effeminate character who talks like Dr. Girlfriend and goes Oni-chan. How are you,
Just
Oni-chan?
halfway through the conversation.
There's like
No. The constant. Dr. Girlfriend always has a man's voice.
Yeah, the deep smoker voice going on.
Yeah. Is it ever explained
miss
why
the
she
Venture
has
Brothers
that
so
throat thing
much.
going on?
Oh, it sucks that that show's canceled. No, I don't think so. I think that's the joke.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I,
I think
don't know
that's-
what it is.
Yeah,
Okay.
I thought I want to.
I just imagine Biscuit right now. That's all I'm imagining. Biscuit from Hunter x Hunter.
Oh, no, actually, the Dr. Girlfriend does not look like that.
No, but that's kind of what I'm imagining when she's full muscle form.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, but it's not it at all.
So, anyways,
Oh my
who
god,
else
that's
is-
what you're talking about? Oh. Oh no, why did I search that?
So, anyways, who else is excited for the new Warhammer games that are coming out?
My friends are.
I mean, Darktide looks really good.
I don't even know there was even any coming out.
Darktide?
What is it?
The new Darktide? Warhammer Darktide? It's like Warhammer Vermintide,
Oh,
but in 40K.
color
And then
me
there's
interested
also-
now.
And then there's also the Boomer Shooter that looks like a Boomer Shooter, but looks like a generic Boomer Shooter. And then there's the CRPG. That's
I'm
about it.
kind of concerned about this Darktide.
It looks good.
$40, not bad.
Yep.
Oh, it's doing the same get borders and premium currency and cosmetics.
Yeah.
So it's very melee oriented, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
Warhammer.
Warhammer.
Oh, and they're doing create a character instead of characters in the game. Interesting. Huh. I'm gonna have to pick it up.
Yeah. It's going to be a good game.
Looks cool.
Looks like it. Yep. So, yeah, anyways, I think that's a podcast.
I found an old video that I remember is pretty funny. Hold on. I'll just post it so you guys can just see it later. See it much later.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, I don't know. I want to click on that one,
It's
Josh.
literally just Phoenix Wright reading off a bunch of fucking tag system from a very terrible website.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like, again, it's not voice acted or anything, but it's just Phoenix Wright reading off a bunch of words.
I think
And, like,
Ezra's
it feels
reaction is definitely my reaction. Just ... What the fuck?
You know, wait,
You
what?
got
I
some
don't see how
crash
this has a
some I
bearing.
don't see how this affects. I'm sorry.
Why are we watching this?
We're not. We're not.
We're not. You can end the podcast because it's funny. It's funny. Trust me.
I'm just dying over here.
You can tell the married guy from the rest of the show that's not married.
Oh.
Yeah, because we're just horny degenerates.
Well, like,
Speak for yourself.
yeah.
You're a
like,
degenerate, Jeff. Don't even try.
I've worked very hard to hide that fact from myself.
Embrace
Jeff, your post history speaks otherwise.
it. Just embrace it, Jeff.
What post history? What post history?
Don't pull a quantum TV and just start deleting everything, all right?
I mean, that would be too easy. I did delete everything from the server. But what post history? What post history are you referring to?
I'm honestly curious what picture this is related to. I honestly want to know.
Oh,
Like 10 minutes ago. Like, seriously.
It's still
that's
going.
not that bad.
It's still going.
Anyways, thank you everyone for listening to the Black Mind Games podcast. We ended up rambling close to the end. Thank you, Josh. Thank you, Ben. Thank you, Swiss. Tell your wife we're sorry for doing this to you. And that she can come and murder me because I'm the one who caused this.
Oh, Josh, Onya-chan.
Nope, bad. Anyways, thank you everyone. You can listen to us every Thursday on blackmindgames.podbean.com. You can subscribe to us on your favorite podcasting app of choice. Have a good night. Bye. I am recording.
I've been
Same
recording
also.
since I got on.
I also found out why my audio
Why is my
sounds so
sensitivity so
bad.
high?
So I blame Josh. It's all Josh's fault.
Oh no.
Is it because you're the one who always gets locked in any of the NSFW chats in any server?
No,
There we go. I found
that
it.
doesn't happen that often.
Get this.
That
That's a
literally
lie. That's
that
a
doesn't
lie.
happen ever. I have been very professional in most of my work servers. I will let you know.
You get locked in. I know in House
Yeah,
Lark, you always get locked in the shame chat,
Yeah, that's
like
because Robert,
24/7.
yeah, that's because I don't even know why he unlocks me anymore. That's because I
True.
literally sit there and I'm like, how can I fuck with them today?
Who the fuck uses 6400 DPI on their mouse? Like, honestly, tell me, who the fuck does that?
Do you
Esports
give me a
players.
second.
No, they use 800. Most of these esports players start at like 800 and go down.
I don't know. I think that the person who's told you that is lying through his teeth because he's bad at video games. I'm just saying.
The only reason you want to go higher is because you're like, I'm playing on a surface that's literally sandpaper, so therefore
Or
I'm
you don't have the room
currently
to
at
move your mouse.
1200.
that too.
1200 is fine.
I mean-
like 1000 is what I use on my desktop. But like in game, I'm like 800 to like 750, and then I just adjust sensitivity from inside the game. Like I use 800 and then 9 sensitivity on Destiny. So it's just like
I do have a 6400 DPI setting that I only use for like ridiculously. I'm just quickly browsing random things and I need to flick between two screens.
So, anyways, I got a bone to pick with somebody
The
on this
lowest
chat.
mine goes is 800, and then I just adjust from there, I guess.
I have a bone to pick with somebody who sat there and decided it was a good time in order to tell Rory something. And then I proceeded to get made
you
fun
put
of for
it.
like a good.
You put it in public. If he would decide to watch the podcast, he would have heard it anyway.
Okay, so hey, should I ask whether or not we should do the BS sync thing here before we
sure.
start into this?
No. This can all go at the end.
Oh, okay. This is all post. Okay.
Yeah. So Ben sits there. Ben. Well, no, I listened to that. You set the question up so that there was no way out because you said point blank how you said, and I'm quoting this. You said, however many drinks it takes in order to get you to sleep with Crystal the Fox. And I said I would have to be so drunk I couldn't even walk anymore. And you say that makes me a furry. Rory takes that to mean that I am a furry with shame. And I, sir, am offended.
How does drinking a lot refer to being a furry?
Can I point out something before you go any further in
we
this
were
chat?
talking later about the stuff later after that.
Oh, yeah?
Two people in this chat already have waifus essentially as their pictures. One of you has a bald eagle, and I'm Goblin Slayer. Like,
Wait, hold on. What do you?
Wait, what do you
mean?
What are you talking about?
yeah, like your guys' pictures
Oh.
for Discord.
I will tell you that mine is a custom picture that I got from my girlfriend. Thank you very much. So fuck you.
So, and mine
is this
is
for?
literally a meme image being replaced with a Pokemon. Like, seriously.
But
There are multiple people
that's a Pokemon who has been put on the bang side of Markiplier's bang list.
There's also nothing
forgot that
wrong
was on his bang
with
side.
liking anime. Although, of course, you would know that because you have Goblin Slayer.
Oh yes, yes.
I mean, to be fair, there's been an entire episode where I paid for a host by sending in lots of tomboy pictures.
Oh my god. Oh,
This is going to end with a conversation with you and your wife later, and her going, "You're not allowed to hang out with that guy ever again."
she's got her XCloud gaming headphones on. I think she can barely hear me. She turned around to look at me. Oh
Honey,
no.
Why did you say yes to banging this bunny Pokemon?
This is why I don't open chat messages for you guys very often.
What are you talking about? I don't send
You will get to
messages.
listen to this podcast later, okay? Oh my god. Hell, I could plug in these other headphones, but I think it's dangerous, and I don't really want you to have to be exposed to this.
He doesn't want you to get corrupted.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to reveal to you the
Oh my
entirety
God.
of Pokemon list of who wants to bang. Or
I
who
showed her that video.
Okay.
The
And she
Markiplier
hasn't divorced
bang or
you
not
yet?
bang
That's good.
video of all the Pokemon. Yeah, no, she just turned around and laughed.
Yep.
All right. Well, let's. Anyways, I'm annoyed at you, Ben.
Not my fault.
Yeah. It's just,
Oh my god.
and now they're calling me a book fucker because I said I would wipe my ass with the Codex Astartes.
That's not.
Is that Warhammer?
No.
Is that Warhammer?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You rip a page, you wipe your ass with it, you throw it away, and you flush it down the toilet because that's where the Codex Astartes belongs.
Oh. Like I know what that is.
I haven't delved into the universe because I know that if I do, it's going to be a dark, deep pit where it's just orcs, and I actually very much like that world's version of orcs. So,
I mean, okay, sink in. 3, 2, 1.